Today we are going to finish learning about decoding skill 2. The word is gymnast, and we proved this word in the last video. So to review decoding skill 2, remember that we mark underneath our word, and when we have two working vowels, we come back to the first working vowel and look and see how many consonants are following it. And this word, two consonants are following our first working vowel. So decoding skill 2 tells us that 2 will split. So we split this word between the M and the N. We'll box in the first syllable, prove the first syllable, then prove the second syllable and box it in. The first syllable in this word says gym. The second syllable says nest. The word is gymnast. Words that have Y in the first syllable often have rainbows, but there are many other decoding skill 2 words with rainbows. Let's look at another decoding skill 2 word that has a rainbow. Let's prove this word. We're going to mark underneath the word from left to right, mark our vowels, come back to the first working vowel and look and see how many consonants are following our first working vowel. There are 2 consonants, so 2 will split. So I'm going to split it between the N and the T and box in the S-E-N. Remember, in decoding skill 2 words, our first syllable is going to be short. Our first syllable says sin. Now let's prove our second syllable. It follows phonetic skill 4, so our E is going to be silent. Just pretend that line is going through the E. We are going to look and we see that we have a CE. So we know CE makes the sound, so we need to put a rainbow S above it. And we know that this word is sentence, so this isn't going to say E, it's going to make the schwa sound, so we're going to put the schwa sound above it and box it in. And this syllable says tense. Our word is sentence. A sentence can be as short as 2 words. Words that follow decoding skill 2 also use Y as a working vowel in the second syllable. Let's look at a word that has Y as a working vowel in the second syllable. Let's prove this word. We're going to X our U. We are going to X our Y. Our Y is a working vowel, so we have 2 working vowels. We are going to come back to our first working vowel and look and see how many consonants are following that first working vowel, and there are 2. So we are going to split that between the N and box that in. Our first syllable is going to be short, and it's going to say bun, but when we have 2 of the same consonants in a word next to each other in a multisyllabic word, we're going to mark that one out and it's going to be silent. Now let's mark the second syllable. The Y is at the end, and so it has nothing else following it, so it follows phonetic skill 3, and we know that when Y is the last letter and has another working vowel before it, it takes the sound of E. So we're going to put a little E above it, and because it follows phonetic skill 3, the E is going to be long, and we're going to box that syllable in. It says bunny, and that word is bunny. The bunny was so soft and furry. All right, let's practice reading decoding skill 2 words. Read them with me. Upset, 100, napkin, transit, wisdom, contest, dentist, expect, connect, absence, jumbo, extreme, include, invite, complete, 15, complain, subject, fancy, bandage. Now let's read the sentences together. The dental office is open at 9 o'clock. The bag contains a 15-inch bandage. What do you want to invent? You need to complete your work before you go to recess. So decoding skill 2 tells us that when you have a multisyllabic word and 2 consonants follow the first working vowel, that 2 will split. So decoding skill 1 is 1 will run. Decoding skill 2 is 2 will split. You can practice this skill on your spelling words for this week and practice marking those words.